Welcome back, fellas, into this new video of Express. Today, let's check out how we can get started with Microsoft Word. So, Microsoft Word is the word standard for documents creation. If you needed to write a letter, a repo, an essay, Word is your actual tool. So, this guide will be focusing into the focus essential that will get you writing and saving professional looking document fast. First of all, of course, to get started, we will talking about the typing and the basic text manipulation. So, starting to type. Unlike the physical paper, Word automatically moves your text, and in the next line where you reach the margin, you can press enter to start a new paragraph. Let's start with an actual blank document to make this process a little bit much more faster. So inside here, the actual document, what you can do is to start by adding information. Let's say, for example, this is just a text trial. And if I add a new document type letter, I can select my file and put it directly into the upper corner. Or let's say, for example, to select it, cut it out, and put it into the upper one. Now, you can press enter to start a new paragraph like this. I am starting once again. Selecting the text will be just as simple as to double text. To change that, you can first select it and click into drag the mouse over the words you wanted to change. For example, I can change the font name. Here are some free fonts that we can change that. This is the actual size. We can change the actual size of it like this. And we can change the actual font color. Let's say orange, for example. I unselect it and I can see how the changes has not been correctly made. I'm going to be changing this for, let's say, gray. And I'm going to be putting this down below here. Now here it says click to view section. This says double check whether this output is needed. I am started. So I can choose show learning tip, editor, and the editor. Something else, for example, we can use the universal command to copy, to cut, to reverse, whatever. Copy, for example, is to command or Control C. Go back, go down here, and I go for Control B. And this will be copying and paste the document that I currently have. So if you make a mistake, you can of course go for Control C, and this will be undoing the last element that you have done, the last action you might say. Now, the Home tab, for example, contains 90% of the tools you're actually going to be needing. Select the word you use the font group by and apply, for example, an actual bold. And check out how it actually changes the actual text. So you can also change the font face, the style of the letters, and the font size. So we can select an actual paragraph, for example, all of this, and I can change the align center and put it into the center element. And this will be only applied to the element that you have just selected. So that means that if I go back, or let's say that I sent this here, let's say I am now starting to write again. This will be making the actual last display format that we have used so far. So you wanted to go directly and send this back where it was before. Let's say go for like this, and here's my align table. There we go. Now to insert images and headers, we can always go directly into the tab that says insert. And to insert, I can, let's say, for example, add an actual picture. I add the logo of my account. I select this and I choose how bigger or how small I would like to add it. I can use more formats of importance like this, and here I can change this and put it, for example, into the center tab like this, or I can put it the square right, and I can put it all the way up and check out how it actually looks. I'm going to give it a little bit more space of my actual document type letter, and I wanted to detach this from it like this. There you go. And select once again, grab text, square right. Better, right? Now to move the picture freely, click the small layout options icon next to the picture, and you can select the actual square or the tight wrapping. This makes the text flows around the actual image, and the align, here's the rotate, and so much more, right? So usually something else that you can do, for example, is to save your document into the upper left corner that says file. You can share this if you want someone else to change the facts and elements. You can create an actual copy of it. You can export it right away as a PDF file or as a Kindle, or just choose the option that says print. And you can type Ctrl S to save your document. So you have mastered the basics. You now know how to type and manipulate the text format with the Home tab, insert images and page numbers, and save your file. So what is the first document you're going to be creating? Let me know in the comments below. If you have knowledge to the end of the video, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great tools how you can get started. Thank you once again for watching. See you guys next time.